Alright, what's up guys? Back again with another video. This video is going to be different from every other video that I've ever done on the channel. It's going to be a reaction video. This reaction video, or this video that you guys are about to see, has some things in it that I've been saying Call of Duty has been doing to us as good players over and over and over again. I think I'm even going to start making these type of videos. Let me know if you guys like to see me make these type of videos. We're about to watch one of Blame Truth's videos titled, well, Black Ops 6 has skill-based damage, as if Call of Duty never had that since MW1, since Modern Warfare days, Warzone 1 days. But anyways guys, before we get into it, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a video. And if you like this video, it would really tell me if you want to see more of this video. Just leave a thumbs up on the video. But without further ado guys, let's get into the video. And I'm pretty much gonna do this without editing shit. I'm just gonna watch it and then we'll move from there. So let's get into it now.
Here, if you guys could do me a solid, like this video so that hopefully more people can see it, because this is something really important, and whatever the actual problem is, this needs to be addressed immediately. Like, this isn't something that needs to be said on, and this needs to be explained. Like, why is this happening? I'm going to be asking you guys in the comments section to share your thoughts if this has happened to you, but Black Ops 6, and this is not Black Ops 6, this is X-Defiant gameplay. I really haven't had much of a chance to play a lot of Black Ops 6, but in the brief time I have played it, I have noticed just that the game's not very good. It's just a fucking mess is the best way I can put it. It truly does feel incredibly rigged, and I've covered that with the matchmaking, of course, but not...
Like, before we go any further, like, I've been saying it before BO6 came out, it's a glorified Cold War 2.0. There's nothing fun about it. There will be nothing fun about it. The only thing that it has going for it is omni movement, and that's it. Let's go.
Just that. There's something going on with the damage profiles or whatever, and I have...
And this damage thing, I've noticed that ever since BO6 came out, or even... No, the Monday when the BO6 update dropped, I noticed that the damage profile in the game was a mess. This guy will get 10 bullets and die. The other guy will get 30 and he won't die. The other one will get 15 and die. And then one of those three guys would come back and it either takes more or less bullets to kill that person, or I don't kill them any at all with a full clip. Let's get into the video.
Gathered some evidence and gathered some data and just gathered public opinions. I want to ask you guys in the comment section, though, have you experienced just what I like to call ghost bullets? Like,
yes, I have. If you watch any of my streams, you'll see where I'll be shooting someone and they get enough bullets to down them and they end up killing me instead. And when you watch the kill cam, your bullets, you shoot 10 bullets and the kill cam shows you that you shoot 2. That's what he's talking about. I've gone through that shit a lot.
Consistent time to kill. It seems like sometimes it takes 10 bullets to kill one guy. Other times you drop him pretty quickly. Sometimes headshots don't seem to do damage. I'm not...
Didn't we just say that?
Sure if that's just by design. If it is by design, that's a terrible feature. And in my brief time playing the game, and I'm going to play a lot more tonight, I'm going to do some experiments with SBMM.
And it's not by design. Honestly, it is the whole ricochet thing, anti-cheat that they have in the game. I'll try to do a video on why I think that is sometime in the future. But let's continue.
Off my VPN that's sponsoring me, I'm gonna see if I could like recreate that when I'm in a lobby with that on versus when I'm just in a regular match-made lobby. I might even try to make a new burner account and do some tests on that to see if there's any differences in hit reg or whatever. Because as far as I can tell, there's no other way I can explain this other than it's just skill-based damage. We've used that term a bit over the years, and some people have gone full conspiracy theory with it and say that it's 100% a thing. I personally am not convinced. I've made videos on the subject or whatever, but
it's like 50-50 a thing. Sometimes someone of a less skill level or a lower skill level than you will kill you, and then sometimes you will have the upper advantage on them. It's a 50-50 thing.
playing video games online, especially as long as I have, online shooters specifically, you see some weird stuff. I had a friend of mine, his dad used to download Grateful Dead like live shows in the background on uTorrent or whatever, and it would cause him to lag so bad that he would like be teleporting around the map. I saw this motherfucker literally like commando lunge someone like 50 feet away. Dude looked like he had a Tesla in his asshole and he was like knifing someone.
That's the melee thing that they have in Call of Duty nowadays. They're like 5 feet away from you, and the moment they press that button, it's like a magnet. They just get drawn to you, and it's just nonstop. Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't get it. How is it that the back of a weapon, the gun, the butt of the gun butt thing that they do is more powerful or more lethal than bullets? It doesn't make sense, and this is something that I've noticed since forever. BO4 days. Like, you shouldn't be able to thump someone with the back of a gun while being shot, and get the upper hand on them. That's just bullshit.
It was ridiculous. So you see some weird stuff when it comes to online games. Weird stuff can happen. This is not it.
Like, if they do it to you from behind, like run up to you and just the back of your head, like in real life, that will knock you out. So if it does something like that in the game, then, you know, we can't complain.
Though this is just,
but from in front while being shot, no.
In everyday matches, I've experienced stuff like this. I haven't recorded it, but I've experienced stuff like this. I'm gonna roll the
pretty
footage
much
here.
all of my matches are like
comments,
this,
which will make you question what the fuck is actually going on here. Okay.
That's what I've been experiencing a lot in Call of Duty. You'll shoot someone with enough bullet to down them, and it's just hit markers. And you're using, quote unquote, the meta weapon of the season or of whatever game that you're playing. It's just pure hit markers. And then they'll just turn around and just shoot you with like 5 bullets and you're dead. Like, look at that. That's what I experience in every one of my lobbies. Shoot people with enough bullets to down them, and then they just turn around and just the next second I'm dead. Look at that. Look at that.
So yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
Yep.
This is one of the top voted threads on Reddit right now. What is going on with the damage inconsistencies in this game? And it features that clip I showed you first there of the TikTok.
This has always been a thing in Call of Duty, but ever since the BO6 update last Monday, it definitely became more prominent.
Guy. I've seen multiple videos online of stuff like this where it feels like you're shooting cotton balls at someone only for them to turn around and delete you within seconds. I've experienced this myself multiple times in game and was thinking I was crazy. Now check this out. Someone says this is
like, if you play Call of Duty and experience this, you'll definitely think that you're crazy. You'll definitely think that it's your internet. Even though you have really good internet, you'll definitely think that it is your system. Sometimes you'll definitely think that it's just you.
has been happening to me all
But it's not just you. It's just the game that you play.
night. Some games it feels like you laser people in seconds, while in others you have to dump your whole entire mag into someone. Exactly.
Example. You haven't played All Day Jump On. The first lobby you go into, you're absolutely beaming people. You probably get a win. And then the next lobby that you go into, it's like, what? Your bullets do no damage. You get no audio. Your character mantles or climb onto random shit that they didn't do in the previous lobby. Yeah, you're not alone if you experience that shit.
And then when that happens, it seems like one bullet and you're dead after you get hit marker after hit marker, and you watch the kill feed and you don't hit them at all. I just noticed.
Exactly. We said that. They get 10 bullets from you on your side, and when you watch the kill cam, it's only 2 out of those 10 bullets that you can see on the kill cam.
doing it today, wasn't doing it anytime before today. Someone posted earlier, search ghost bullets, and said they were being shot at, they were getting damage direction indicators, but no damage was being done to them. Well,
and this is something that you will see happen to certain streamers, some big content creators. Just look at their damage or their health meter, preferably their health meter when they're being shot at. You will see the damage indicator, but when you look at their health, it's barely moving. This has been going on in Call of Duty for the longest while, and the damage indicator that they now have, it has like two phases. It has the red stage that lets you know that you're really taking damage, and then there's like this gray one that pops up on screen when like the bullet grazes you pretty much. So when you watch big content creators, you will notice that they have both of those hit markers, but when it comes on to you, you have the full red one.
We'll actually view that thread in just a second. This is consistent with kill cams that I've seen where multiple people, including myself, are hitting an enemy 12 times in my case at the same time that the player takes no damage.
Exactly.
I hope they fix this soon. You're going to be
It's not something that they're going to fix. I believe it has something to do with like this is like speaking about the big content creators being whitelisted and being somewhat new to the game and purchasing stuff like the black sale and things from the store. It gives you, in my opinion, this is my theory, it gives you immunity in some sense. It gives you, your damage profile goes down when it comes on to the enemy shooting you. That's something that we have been hearing about for the longest while, and being whitelisted, it's definitely a thing. Just watch these big content creators out there. You will see it.
Long fucking time there, Jedi Rhino. I'm sorry. This is starting to smell like skill-based damage. It says entrepreneurial fuck. Fantastic name.
Bro, I really need to make a
love
video on
that
this
name.
skill-based damage thing.
Anyway. There's another thread here by Henderson. I refuse to believe there isn't a bug with TTK / hit reg now. In some gunfights, I'm literally emptying half a mag into someone without killing them. Then the next fight, I'm near insta-killing them. Not to mention how pointless headshots are. How and why are 3 body shots
and then they will come back
not killing someone?
and you'll insta-kill them,
like there is
and then they'll come back
for headshots right
and
now.
they'll kill
I don't
you,
know if it's
and you're
intended
like,
to be
wait,
this
I gave
way,
you
but
more
I
bullets
personally
than
hate it. I would really
the
like
last
to play
time.
core, but if it
Clark,
seems
you're
like
not
this,
dead.
I'm going to just have to stay on hardcore. In the comments, people agree with them and they say, it seems to always be specific enemies in the team too that take a lot more hits. Also, nades seem to be inconsistent as hell.
Yes, that is true. You will have a team of 4, and this is something I've noticed. You will have a team of 4, but there is always one person on that team that requires a lot more bullets than every other teammate on their team. There's one that requires 5 bullets, one that requires 15, one that might require 17, but that one kid, he requires the entire magazine. That is something that I have experienced. Let me know if you experienced that. That one is a very common thing in Call of Duty.
I tend to cook my nades a lot, and I've seen it happen far too often that a nade would pop right near someone's feet, and that person doesn't even get hit. Yet the dude that's further up in front of him does get hit / killed. It's not the...
Speaking of that, it is annoying challenging multiple enemies, and you down one, and the other one pops up right behind them, and you're at a particular angle where you could quote-unquote shoot through the down player's body and get the upper advantage on the one that's behind, and that's not possible. Call of Duty does something where if a player becomes down in front of you, your bullets can't go through them to shoot the player that is behind them. Even with armor piercing rounds on, it is not possible. I've died to that a good amount of times to remember experiencing something like this.
Jacket perk either, because it doesn't even show the hit marker sign. Exactly my experience with both specific individuals on the enemy team being bullet sponges and grenades being inconsistent. I also swapped to stims after using stuns flashes for a good 5 hours because if anything, they bait you into thinking the opponent is actually stunned/blinded when you get it.
That happened to me during MW2, and that is why I stopped using flashes and stuns during MW2. You would have thrown that shit thinking that you stunned or flashed them, and you ran into that room right after and you completely get annihilated. Because why? Call of Duty gave you that indicator that they were flashed or stunned, but they weren't.
A hit marker. So true, I swapped to stims too. This person says, to me, it legitimately has made me wonder out loud to my teammates if there's some perk or item I don't know about that makes you absorb more bullets before dying. Everyone but me feels like
that is what I'll call skill-based damage. That right there.
They can take more damage than I can. Here I am constantly getting the first shot off on people, but not getting the kill. Meanwhile,
that's a regular thing in Call of Duty.
I am made out of tissue paper and crumble as soon as a bullet
shoot first, die first
hits me. And now the coup de grace, the ghost bullets thread. Here's where everything kind of gets explained, at least from a player's perspective. There's been a few times where I see that I got quote-unquote hit, but my HP bar didn't show up. The weird part is that it still showed which direction where I got hit, as if I actually took damage.
We spoke about this earlier.
Point, I don't know if we can trust the HP.
Sometimes this happens to me, where I'll get shot, and something says, just check your health when you got shot, and my health barely moves. This is actually a thing.
B-bar. Is this the server making a mistake or what? I play on Ethernet with a solid connection.
It doesn't matter if you're playing on Ethernet.
Says, thanks for this info. This post should honestly be pinned. So many of us are having to shoot a target 3 to 4 times more than what others have to do in order to get a kill.
True.
I was thinking, based off kill cams, that some bullets aren't causing damage, and this confirms it.
True. Either they're not causing damage or they're not shown in the kill cam at all.
So we got one more little discussion here, and this is from the comment section of that very last clip in that little montage. It was on Reddit. Viking Funeral says, I've seen people accuse the game of nerfing you if you do too good in a match. I sit there and play a match, and like after getting 30 kills, I seem to suddenly do less damage to the same people in the same match. It sounds dumb, but people have
I wouldn't say necessarily in the same match, but if you get a high kill gameplay, the next lobby that you go into, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna have a hard time. Your hit detection, your damage base, all that, it goes through the window. Same thing if you log on for the first time and get a double. Second match on, you're gonna struggle. That is 100% fact.
I've noticed this since beta, and I've noticed it too, and several people have mentioned it individually based on their own perception. Imepherly says same.
Thus far, this one video has everything that I've been complaining about in Call of Duty. This video has every single thing that I have been experiencing in Call of Duty just in one video.
This person says the way to prove this would be to look at Activision's patent filings. This is the same company who patented the technology to put new players in matches with players who bought skins, so the new player would be tempted to buy skins. Same company selling enhanced spatial audio as a $20 microtransaction. These companies are slimy and they don't care about balanced and fun game design. Whoever has the patience to dig through patents would most likely find one for what you're describing. I'd be willing to bet. It's very odd that some matches there's a player that takes almost 50% more time to kill. Then there's the games where ARs wreck me. I just give up and hold F because I have no idea what's going on. Now guys, again, in the comments section, let me know if you've experienced stuff like this, because in my short time playing, I have just a few hours in multiplayer. Truth be told, can I be honest with you? The game is just bad. I mean, I hate to say this. It seems like almost every single year, but I say like, this has got to be like the worst Call of Duty of all time. And here's the kicker. I really went in.
Here's the thing. All of these issues became more prominent for me during MW3. This is also a reason why I never played the first integration of MW during Warzone 1 time period. It was just bad for me. It was a horrible experience for me. But MW2 was great, and in MW3 is like, oh, what's that?
Into Black Ops 6 optimistically. I hope you know that. Like, in my first impressions video, I covered how the movement and the gunplay feel really good. But that's really all I can praise about it. Everything else, from the maps to the spawns to the TTK being essentially rigged, it seems like now, it's like the core things that make a shooter good aren't fucking working right, or are rigged, or are broken, and Call of Duty cannot afford to take the time to fix this stuff. The game is out for 1 year, and then it's literally...
They seem to not want to take time out to fix these fundamental things that are wrong with the game. Things that will make persons actively want to play again and again and play for longer hours. They refuse to fix these things. And a part of me believes that it's not a matter of them refusing to fix these things. It's a matter of them actually implementing these things so that person's experiences are horrible. That your experiences are manipulated just on how well you play the game. This is why I really need to make that Ricochet video. Anyways, let's go.
Dead. And we're going to cover MW3, by the way, some more, because they're actually fucking over that game right now. I got to cover that in like a separate video, I think. But like what I said would happen to MW3 is happening. They are literally forcing people, nearly forcing people to get on Black Ops 6 by sabotaging MW3, it seems like. I wish I was making...
And this is why I've said that ever since that BO6 update, MW3 has been one of the worst things to play ever since that update rolled out and they changed the whole COD HQ thing. It has been horrible.
That up, but I digress. Guys, this screams skill-based damage. I've been playing Call of Duty for, well, since 4, actually, since 2007. And I say this constantly because I want people to know, even if you're new to the channel, like, I've been around the block, man. I've been here for a long fucking time. I've been playing X Defiant since May. I played, you know, every single Call of Duty since 4. Aside from that, maybe not extensively. Some I'd play more than others, obviously, if it's good or bad or whatever. But I've seen a lot of stuff, and I've covered skill-based damage, and I've covered weird, wonky things in this franchise, especially as it pertains to skill-based matchmaking, the game being rigged, engagement-optimized matchmaking, what have you. But skill-based damage is something I've just never... Again, it's like the Boogeyman or Bigfoot or some shit. Like, I've never really bought it personally, because I don't know, it's just so ridiculous, right? However, after seeing all this, what I've experienced personally in Black Ops 6 in my short time playing, and just reading the comments and the discourse about the subject,
for me, Black Ops 6 is... It's just boring. I see persons streaming it, and I'll be there for like 5, maybe 10 seconds, and I'll just scroll past it. It's not entertaining. And BO4 is more entertaining than it right now.
What else is this? If this game was in development for 4 years, I mean, it should be a polished fucking masterpiece as far as the gunplay, hit reg, whatever is concerned. With that said, Treyarch seems to have weird problems with like aim resist over the years. Like ever since Black Ops 1, really, they've had weird issues with like the aim assist and whatnot. And then they switch engines, and I still kind of noticed some weird stuff with the aim assist or whatever, but nothing to the degree of this like just people sponging shots, you know, you getting hit markers and it not actually registering. I truly don't believe that is something connection based. I just don't. Then again, they've hidden our ping and made it harder to find than ever. So who the fuck knows? I mean, there's packet bursts constantly. So who actually knows? But until this is explained, addressed by Treyarch directly.
And you know, some persons get packet bursts, some persons get packet loss, some persons get both. And then other players like myself, we just get nerfed. Like, we throw a knife on someone and it goes between the legs, under the arms, over the shoulder. Right, it just goes through their clothes and not hit them. It's stuff like that that players like me will experience. It's just weird. We good players get manipulated so much in this that it's just ah.
Or covered by some other YouTuber, I'm just going to assume. I'm going to assume the worst. I mean, this is the same company. Activision Blizzard is the same
And Treyarch is the best out of all three studios.
company that shut down a fan-made mod project of Modern Warfare 2 in H2M. They shut it down
I really wanted to try H2M.
day of release, like hours before it was supposed to come out. They waited until people bought their old game, Modern Warfare Remastered, to play it, and then even put it on sale. And then once the mod was set to come out, they cease and desisted them hours before it dropped. And they've done this multiple fucking times. This is the scummiest, greediest, shittiest company ever. Activision is. Like, mark my words, guys. I will never work with this company. Ever. I am not going to be one of those YouTubers that gets flown out. I do not respect this company. I think they're garbage people. I think it's just a terrible, terrible business. And I, for one, morally cannot support it. I'm sorry. I just can't. You know? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, like, 31 kill streak or whatever I got next to Fiat. I will bring you some Black Ops 6 gameplay. It's just the game.
Like, this video pretty much covers everything that I have experienced in Call of Duty ever since, like, MW2, really. And it's not server related. It's more like it's 95% Activision's fault, Activision manipulating your experience and stuff, and 5% you. System, skill, connection, that's 5% you, but 95% it is Activision. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this type of video, this reaction type video. Subscribe. I don't know what Call of Duty is gonna do. I know if it's going to get better, but anyways, guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, comment down below if you're experiencing any of these issues or even issues that we have not seen mentioned in this video or I haven't even spoken about. Let me know what you're experiencing. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will catch you in the next one.